like terms. Now, like terms are variables that are common and that can be added, subtracted, multiplied, divided. So example, this is an example of a like term. These lot are like terms. They can be added, subtracted, times, divided. These all four operators can all be functioned on these like terms because they're all the same. X, 10x, x, 2x, and 10x. However, x, y, 10. So sorry for the cut, guys. So, like I was saying, these cannot be added or subtracted, but can be times. If we times x by 2y and 10xy, we get a number of 20x squared and y squared. And it can be divided by, say 20xy, xy divided by 2y, cut the y's, that just gives us 10x. So they can be multiplied, divided, but not added, subtracted. But these like terms can all be added, subtracted, multiplied, divided, as they're the same. It's like if someone asked how many apples are there, you'd add all the apples, but if you add the apples and oranges, that's not the correct value. Same thing as this. Okay, now that we covered like terms, we're going to go to one-step and two-step equations. What x plus 2 equals 7, 2x plus 5 equals 15. And I've given you questions for you to attempt, and I'll be going through them after. Let's go to the first one. X plus 2 equals 7. So we write this again. Plus 3 equals 7. Now we got a variable and a constant, which is a number. These are like terms, so we cannot add them. So what we need to do is make x one side and the numbers or constants on the other side. So we do x. Now when we take it over to the opposite, that will become a subtraction, as this opposite the equal sign. So that becomes 7 minus 3, x equals to 4. Okay, very easy. So now we got 2x plus 5 equals 15. So 2x plus 5 to 15. So we got 2x equals to 15, subtraction of 5. 2x equals to 10, x equals to 5. As we divide 10 by 2, so we have to do 10 over 2 to get x. Okay, extra steps. Now, I want you to screenshot this frame of the video and attempt them on your own. Pause the video and do it. And I'll be going over after 6 seconds. Okay, so I'll give you time. You can pause the video. Should pause the video. And I'll give you the answers. So first one is x plus 4 equals 9. X equals 9. Take away 4. X equals to 5. So if you got 5, tick that. Okay, now second one. 2x plus 6 equals to 18. 2x equals to 18 minus 6. 2x equals to 12. For x equals to 12 over 2, which equals to 6. So if you got 6 as x, take that. If you got all of them right, good job. Now we're going to go to harder maths, which is binomial expressions. Now this section of the course will be a very basic video, vague. So it's not going to be too detailed. I would make a separate video on this, as this is a really big topic within algebra. So this is called binomial expressions or quadratics. So say the length is equals to width more than 5. So obviously this whole entire section plus here is the length. So width more than 5, we can write this as w plus 5 or x plus 5 or any variable plus 5. So since with this w starts with w, we just write w plus 5. These two are equal, and we put what w here. So if we find the area, okay, what we do is we do length times width as a normal triangle, as a rectangle, sorry. So we do w plus 5 times w. Okay. So So then you just multiply, w squared plus 5. That's how you do. Now if you want to find the parameter, okay, parameter is just w plus 5 plus w plus 5 plus w plus w. That should give you 2. So we just do this first, 2w plus 10 plus w plus w. That should give you a parameter of 4w plus 10. And that's binomial expression. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this course, and the next section of this video you'll be seeing how to expand and factorize equations. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this course, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the next part of this video.
Shalom. Well, you might notice this isn't Madhavan, the real Mango Man here, but rather this is his guest, the Shekel Master Soman Sir Nine. I've been invited here to this algebra series to explain factorizing. Now, factorizing is a rather simple concept that can be quite difficult to explain. I've made a rather large amount of attempts trying to explain it in past, and it's not very simple. First, to know factorizing, you must know what a factor is. A factor is sort of what makes up a number. Let's look at 2. The factors of 2 are 1 times 2, while the factors of 6 are 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. You might notice that there's a common factor here, both of these 2's. This will come important later. Let's get that 2 and 6 back on here. I'm going to put a 2 times it by an a plus the 6. Now, I'm going to take out the common factor, which, as you can remember, was a 2. Let's get that common factor and stick it on the side here. Put it next to some nice pretty purple brackets, and whatever wasn't that 2, I'm going to stick in here, that being the a and the 3. Now, I've just factorized for you. It might look a bit weird in these brackets. Basically what these brackets mean is anything outside of them is multiplied by whatever is inside of them. That common factor in here is now here. So the 1 and the 2, that common factor is being moved here. And in that 2 and 3, the 2 is being moved here. Now that 1, because there's an a there, it basically is replaced by the a and put there. And the 3 is then moved down here. Pretty simple. If you can remember earlier, I had mentioned how whatever is outside of the brackets is multiplied by whatever is inside the brackets. Let's do that multiplication. This is what you call expanding. It is the opposite of factorizing. 2 times a plus 2 times 3. Now, that gives you 2a plus 6. Like I said, it is the opposite, so it's going to give you the opposite result, which is actually the answer. This is a way of seeing if you are correct in your factorizing. If you expand it and get something different from the question, then your answer is not right. Quickly, I'm also going to show you that letters can have common factors. The a is common here. Now that little power here, that indice that number represents how many times you multiply the a by itself. So a times a. Basically a times a plus a. That common factor here is the a, seen here, here, and here. So we're going to take one of these a's and put it over here. and we're also going to put that over there, and whatever is left over we're going to stick in these brackets. Now since this has been taken, and sorry, quick distraction, I'll show you why the 1 is left there. If you expand it once more, a times a squared, a times 1, you actually get an a, which is the correct answer. That's why it's just left as a 1. If it was a 0, you'd get 0, and that won't be correct. So in factorizing, remember, you're taking out common factors, and powers can play an important role in that, because you can have factors in letters. Shalom, I hope you have enjoyed this and found it educational. If you can't understand it, you might have to look across the internet for simpler videos. Hope you had a good time. Shalom.
Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed this maths course on algebra. So if you didn't understand what we explained, we apologize. And thank you so much to Shackle Master06 for contributing to this project. Link in the description below to his channel. If you didn't understand, we could give you a written explanation if you ask us. And also, please vote what course you'd like to see next. Our trigonometry data analysis or algebra part 2. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next maths videos. Thank you.